Hello, it's me, it's Grunso Monkey. I'm back once again with another Letters of Music video. How are you and how are you doing? All of the things and the stuffs. Today is the turn of the letter P, and we're going to look at the Pet Shop Boys and also public service broadcasting. So let's start off with the album, shall we? So go over to the album. It's a very tiny picture. I'll explain that in a minute. This is Pet Shop Boys' debut album from 1986. It is called Please. They decided to name it that, apparently. I don't know if this is actually true. But they said, if we can call it that, then people would have to go into the shops. And then when they want to buy it, they'd say, can I have the new Pet Shop Boys album, please? Which is kind of silly, but also kind of funny. I quite like that as a story. It is, of course, a synth pop and disco influenced album, but it's got more sparse arrangements in their music than some of their later work. Because they're only just starting out, but they've got a couple of synthesizers and some drum machines and stuff, and a very small budget. There are 4 singles from this album, and you probably know all of them. They are West End Girls, Opportunities, brackets, Let's Make Lots of Money, Suburbia, and Love Comes Quickly. All 4 of them absolute bangers. As for the cover art, we might have to zoom in on the cover art. Zooms in on the cover art. Zooms in. Look how tiny it is. Look how tiny this is. This is Chris Lowe and Neil Tennant there, as it says underneath. Pet Shop Boys, please. This was apparently a design choice as a reaction to the rise of the CD in the mid-80s. 1986 this was released. They basically just went, well, the cases for CDs have to be smaller than vinyl records, so let's make the album art smaller as well. Apparently this is exactly the same size as a 35mm photo negative. So yeah, they made it really super tiny, so you have to look really closely. Zooms back out. Okay, on to the single now. That's over here. This is The Other Side by Public Service Broadcasting, released in 2015 from their album The Race for Space. That is a conceptual album about space exploration and things like that. In particular, the battle between the United States of America and Russia, or USSR as they were, about space exploration and the race to get to the moon, basically. First country to land on the moon. And this particular song is reference to the 1968 Apollo 8 mission, which was the first human manned orbit of the moon. It went round the back of the moon. It went to the other side, quite literally. And it's one of those pieces of music, and you'll hear this if you check it out on the Spotify playlist, even though you know exactly what happens, because historically we know that it was a successful mission, and they went round the moon, and they lost broadcasting, and not radar, the other one, the communications is the word I'm after. Yes, they lost communications while around the back of the moon, and then when it came out the other side, literally, they could hear them again, and there is an awful lot of tension in the middle of the song to indicate when that's happening. And even though you know exactly what's going to happen and it's all going to be good and successful and things, it still makes my stuffing go all tingly when it happens. And hopefully you'll have the same reaction when you listen to it on the playlist. Yes, so that's my two chosen artists for the letter P. Also, fun fact you might not have noticed, Pet Shop Boys and Public Service Broadcasting, they've got the same initials. How cool is that? They're both called PSB. It's very confusing on social media though, very confusing. Anyway, that's all I have for you today, and join me next time for another Letters of Music, and have a good day and all the things. Go check out the tunes, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye!